The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O, the R, the K. Look yourself in the face. Look yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself, are you giving 120% every day? Every play? Give me 120 or don't give me nothing at all. The guy you competing against, you haven't outworked him. You've not outworked the person next to you. You've not out-hustled them. You've not out-grind them. You've not outdone them. You're not locked in. Bring all your passion. Bring heart. Every single game, every single play. Put forth 120% or don't ask nobody to do nothing to it. The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? Happy Monday morning. How's everybody doing? We're up. We're at it. Still a little bit under the weather, but yo, we're going to knock this thing out. You know, not feeling 100%, but yo, what? Guess what? We're here. Why are we here? Because we're looking to make that cash flow today, y'all. Cash flow, cash flow, cash flow today. That's what we're looking to do. And that's why we're here Monday morning. And we're going to get into some the market. We're going to get into some news. A lot of things happened over the weekend that we got to look at and talk about and figure out how we're going to make money off the situation, right? Off of this situation that's going on. Cryptocurrency market is pumping. Everything is moving the way that it should be moving. And like what I'm seeing out there from the crypto market right now, like what I'm seeing from the stock market right now, everything is looking really, really solid. It had a little mishap over the weekend. United States had to go in and snatch somebody and their wife. It is what it is. Them things happen, and it is what it is. And the key is that it happened, and we're going to talk about how we're going to capitalize off of that situation, because that's all we can do, right? Whether you agree with it or don't agree with it, it's either here nor there. It doesn't matter. It happened. So now how can we make some money off of it, right? And that's what we got to do, and that's what we're going to do. And I'll show you guys kind of how I'm playing this situation that happened, and how I plan to make a little bit of cash off of it, hopefully. And we'll get into a little bit of that today. But yo, there's a lot going on, man. Crypto market is pumping, man. The AI tokens right now in crypto are absolutely booming. We'll get into a little bit of that. We'll get into a little bit of news that Solana rolled out, but way back in September, that I think has been flying under the radar a little bit. But I think that you're getting ready to see the benefit of what they're rolling out and how they're rolling it out, and why I still think Solana is an absolute monster player in this crypto industry. And we think it's about meme coins, but they're setting themselves up to go way above and beyond meme coins over there on the Solana chain. And little bit of news that was, like I said, was all the way back in around September that it came out, but I think it's going to start reaping some benefits here in 2026. So I'm really bullish on Solana right now, and where they're headed, and what they're doing. So we'll get into the chat a little bit, see what's up to my man Elmo, my man Selmo, and my man Ken. How you guys doing, man? How you guys doing? And my man the Junior is in the building. What's going on? The Junior is up. Junior, man, take care of me over there on TikTok, man. Keep smashing that like screen, y'all. As you guys roll in, we're gonna get into the market. We're gonna look at this market as an overall market. Gonna look at this. Market as a macro market as well, and then we're gonna get into some TikTok. We're gonna get into some crypto as well. TikTok to the top, yeah, baby. TikTok is booming, man. I love TikTok, man. TikTok is where it's at right now. A lot of people are sleeping on TikTok, but that's where it is, man. That's where that's where you're getting your real crypto updates and all that stuff, you know. So you see more and more people going over there and doing their thing, and yo, platform is booming right now. Uh, Venezuela might just be the spark we need. Yo, Venezuela is going to be a spark for us in more ways than one, and I kind of show you guys how to capitalize off of how I'm going to try to capitalize off of this Venezuela situation. Look, I know a lot of people are going back and forth on whether they agree with the situation or whether they don't agree with the situation. The bottom line here is the military went over there. They snatched up the leader of Venezuela and his wife, and he really wasn't the leader. He actually got voted out not too long ago. So you know he was just over there operating however he wanted to, and yo, it happened. And whether you agree with it, disagree with it, doesn't matter, man. It's irrelevant. It happened. It was a clean operation. Operation went off flawlessly. No American lives were lost. They went over there. They did what they needed to do, and they got back out. And that's all. That's all that needed to happen. And that's what happened. And we'll see how this thing shakes out. But how we gonna make some money off of it? That's the key. Uh, China will uh, China will overtake Taiwan. Yo, thank you for the heart me over there on TikTok. Selmo, that's a possibility. China could be ramping up to do some stuff with Taiwan. But you know, we'll see. We'll see how that shakes out as well. That could be some nasty stuff going on over there, and could be affecting the markets. That could affect the markets as well. But you know, we'll play that when it happens. We'll play that the way we need to play it, and it will be what it is. Uh, thing about it is, you know, you can't get wrapped up in all this stuff. Thank you for the heart me over there on TikTok. Keep rolling. Keep rolling over there. The video the video of him. Yo, I can tell you what, man. Whoever didn't think that we are the baddest, that we got the baddest military on the planet is absolutely fooling themselves. The United States has the baddest military on the damn planet, man. When you can go over there and snatch somebody out of their country and not lose any lives or not take any lives, and you can go snatch them and their wives and possibly their dogs and their cats and everybody else, you are bad. You are bad. You're a bad man. You know. But we are the baddest people on the planet, and unfortunately, you know, we got some downfalls as well. But when it comes to military action, we are the baddest on the planet. Can't nobody mess with us. Nobody mess with us. Nobody. That Air Force is just absolutely crazy. That Air Force is nuts. Thank you for the heart me over there on TikTok. Um, we have air superiority over everybody. Nobody can even come close to us. Uh, we came out. We came out beautifully. We did. We came out beautifully. Uh, Elmo, we did come out beautifully. We looking good, man. And they went over there. They did their thing, man. I tell you, man, this should be a message to everybody who wants to play around with the United States. You know, we'll just come take you out your bed. You know, we'll just come and take you out your bed. You, your wife, your kids, everybody else, man. We just come take you and do what we got to do. Uh, Not the cats. Yeah, the cats, man. Take dogs, cats. They knew the name. They knew where he slept. They knew the dogs, the cats, the wife. Yo, the wife got taken too, man. You know what I'm saying? Cats, dogs, everybody. Yo, that's the true definition of FAFO, baby. Yeah, they play the game. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes, right? And that's what my man did over there. Over there, he played stupid games, and him and his wife, his dogs, his cats, they won stupid prizes. You know, it is what it is. Selma knows that we are the baddest of the bad, man. For everybody who don't know, my man Selma over there in the chat is a is a vet. All respect to my man Selma, who did his thing over there serving the country and making sure that we were safe and making sure that we were able to come on here and talk about the things that we want to talk about openly and honestly without any repercussions, except for being suppressed in the algorithm. Uh, don't any of these guys, any of you guys hear about No, I didn't pay much attention. I've been sick, man, Ken. I've been sick. I've been down, man. I haven't really been too much on the news, man. I've been hurt lately, man. But let's go ahead. Let's look at these markets. Let's get into it, man. Let's do our thing. And let's look at first. We're going to look at how we're going to capitalize off this Venezuela, how we possibly can capitalize off this Venezuela situation in the stock market, because there's a lot of opportunity here now. The landscape has changed a little bit in the stock market for stocks, and I give you guys some plays, and you guys can take them or not take them. And but I'll tell you how I'm playing this situation. Boots to the ground. Yeah, you ain't lying, man. Some more boots to the ground, baby. We kick that ass, baby. But let's go ahead and look and see where we're at in this market. I don't want to get too much into political stuff because they will suppress me and suppress me in the old algorithm. But I had to come out here and give a big old shout out to the troops who did their thing over there, who was rocking and rolling, baby. And I tell you what, I gave you one more political thing, and then we'll get right into the stock market. When you mess around with the United States, the best thing for you to do is not go to sleep. Don't go to sleep, because they will come and snatch you right out your bed. And you, your wife, your cats, your dogs, and everybody else. So don't go to sleep. Don't go to sleep on the United States. They don't play no games. But let's get into the market. The Asian market looks good. Looks like they traded well last night. Looked like they wanted to pump the markets last night. They look good. Ken's over there pumping the European markets for me, like he always does when I'm streaming Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays at 7 a.m. because my man just keeps throwing the millions in the market for me. It makes me look good over there in the European market. So thanks. Big shout out to my boy Ken. He'll probably sell everything when we're done streaming, so it'll probably be in red. But right now, the European markets are looking good because Ken's over there pumping them up. United States markets are all in green, looking really good, baby. We are looking good, baby. Looking good. looking good over here in the pre-markets. You got Chevron is up 7% after the strikes in Venezuela. We'll get into a little bit of reason why Chevron's up the way that it's up, and why I invested in Chevron in the aftermarket trades yesterday. Chevron is doing its thing over there in Venezuela already. Chevron controls 25% of all the oil production in Venezuela at this point, and we know that Venezuela has the largest oil reserves in the world, right? They have more than the Saudi Arabia. They have more than all them guys that we look at as oil powerhouses. Venezuela has more oil than all of them, and Chevron's already over there pumping 25% of that oil. And now it's just easy for them guys to scale up as the United States has started to run Venezuela until they can get the elected leader in place and ready to rock and roll. Thank you for the heart me over there, y'all. So Chevron is already over there. Chevron's already doing their thing. And when you look at Chevron right now, we'll go ahead and we'll take a look at Chevron real quick on the charts and see where it's at, because I'm not the only one who thinks that Chevron's about to capitalize off of this situation. We're on the hourly chart right now. The daily chart right now. Look at that daily candle that Chevron's put up already in the aftermarket trading and pre-market trading. Look at that green candle that Chevron is killing it right now. I'm telling you right now that Chevron is going to cash in on this thing. Ticker is CVX. that Chevron, like I said, they're already controlling 25% of the oil supply over there already. And, Chevron's got a huge upside, especially if they can get in and upscale real quick, which I think they'll be able to. Damn, my bad. Which I think they'll be able to upscale real quick. And so there's a chart. Chevron's on an absolute monster run today, and it will be on a monster run. Good luck. Good luck finding my cats. Yo, they gonna find your cats, man. They gonna find them. So yeah, Chevron's gonna be the benefit here. So I think that when we look at it, I'm gonna give you guys some tickers to look at and why I invested in them last night. So we got Chevron, definitely. We have SLB, SLB, SLB. Let's pull it up. Let's see what they're doing this morning. And I'll tell you guys why you may want to look at SLB here in a minute. Once we get it up here. Yeah, look at this running already today. You look at SLB right here. SLB is a company that provides a lot of the equipment for the oil industry. They provide a lot of the equipment that's needed to go in and dig deeper into wells that have already been drilled, which they're going to have to do over there in Venezuela, and also provides a lot of the equipment that they need for fresh wells to be drilled. So SLB sitting here at $40.20. It looks like they are absolutely ready to run today. They've already started to run a little bit, and so we did take a spot in SLV. Now I'm telling you guys how to capitalize off of this situation, man. And you guys can play around with this situation or not play around with this situation, but I'm telling you guys, like, I have to pull these up because I just invested in these this morning, so I don't have the tickers up. And Valerie, which is an oil refinery for Chevron, sitting over there right now on in Texas, which makes it actually an easy trip from Venezuela to Texas to refine all this oil. You can see that they got beaten down a little bit, sitting at 165 right now. And Phillips 66 is another one, but I didn't go in there. But if you want a more stable one, a Phillips 66 is a little bit more expensive, but they're kind of doing the same thing. But when you look at this one, Valverde sitting at 165, this is an oil refinery sitting in Texas, and they're able to refine this oil coming from Venezuela, pretty cheap and with very little transportation costs coming from Venezuela to Texas. So definitely, them are some gems for y'all, and how to capitalize off of this situation. I know we talk a lot about crypto, don't really get into a lot of the stock market, but there you go. There's how you can take this Venezuela situation and make some money off of it, right? And Exxon also has a big, huge lawsuit against Venezuela, which will probably get settled now that the United States is over there running the country. We're talking millions and millions of dollars from when they shut Exxon down over and basically took all their stuff. And they have a big, huge lawsuit. So if they can get that settled, then you can see that money start to come on that balance sheet. So Exxon's another one that just may be able to benefit off of the situation. But Chevron can benefit the quickest because they're already over there drilling 25% of the oil. So definitely doing good. So we got the pre-markets all over the place looking good. Oil, let's look at where it's at. Oil's up today. It's in the green today, sitting at 57, at 57.61. it's I think excuse me, I think oil's going to come down a little bit, especially when we start pumping this Venezuelan oil. I think you'll see the oil price come down. Gas will come down. Everything should come down. We should see a stockpile of oil start to come in. And the more oil that comes in, obviously, the lower the price. But we'll see. They manipulate that price pretty good. I'm not a fan of what Trump did because I know the Junior, man, you don't always have to be a fan of what he did, but like I said, whether you like it or don't like it, you got to know how to capitalize off of it, right? Because our job is to make money, right? And it's you got to know how to capitalize off of it, right? So we're gonna capitalize off of the situation because it happened, right? You can't go back, can't take it back. So you've got to be able to make money off of it. He's opened he's opened the door for he's opened a lot of doors. He's opened a lot of doors lately for people to do some things that necessarily wouldn't think they were going to do. But here's the thing, man. It wasn't without warning. It wasn't without warning. He told the man to turn himself in, or he was coming to get him. They gave him an out. He just decided not to take it. And when he decided not to take it, they gave him an out. They just it was what it was. Gold's up, silver's up, copper's up, all the precious metals are up, and Venezuela is pretty rich in precious metals as well. So you can see what happens over there. I mean, when somebody says to you, we're we need you to turn yourself in because you've been convicted, you've been you've done some crimes, and we need you to turn yourself in, and you don't turn yourself in, and then you lose an election, and you don't want to give up power. Like I said, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, and surprise, surprise. Over there on TikTok, tap that light screen, guys. Tap, 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 tap. On X and YouTube, you guys go ahead and like and share this thing out. Getting into the cryptocurrency market right now, looking absolutely phenomenal right now. We got the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index sitting at 42, which is in neutral. You guys remember just a couple weeks ago we were in extreme greed. We were in extreme fear, right? You guys remember that, right? Like we were sitting here, we're in extreme fear, and now we're sitting in neutral. Then we just parked the car, right? We took it out of reverse. We came in, we parked it. We're sitting there in neutral. Now let's see where we go. But sometimes we just got to take a step back and know that we were in extreme fear just a couple weeks ago. Got the altcoin season sitting at 24 out of 100. Ticked up like 1% since the last time we streamed on Friday. Market cap back up to over 3 trillion, sitting at 3.15 trillion. Definitely on the move to the upside. We'll look at the total 3 here in a minute. Look at these inflows to the Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs. Look at these things, man. You got a positive $645 million, call it 646. We're cutting hairs here, but look at the inflows into these ETFs. Absolutely unbelievable, man. So definitely people are starting to put some money into these ETFs. We're just pumping the price up a little bit, right? So definitely want to see that. Love to see that. We got the Bitcoin dominant sitting at 58.8%, the Ethereum dominant sitting at 12.1%, and everybody else sitting at 29.1%. The Ethereum dominance ticked up about 0.1% over the weekend, which is a good little increase for the Ethereum dominance. Got to see that thing pumping up a little bit for your altcoins to run. But check out the futures, right? The last time that we looked at the longs and shorts, we were in that $700 billion range. And I said, I don't worry about it. 700 billion. The market makers really don't go to work. They usually just let this thing sit here and marinate until we get to about 900 billion. Well, guess what? We're at $835 billion of liquidations out there right now. So, these market makers right now are licking their chops, right? They are licking their chops. We'll get into some liquidation levels here in just a second as we move on. But we got Bitcoin right now sitting at 93,000. 93,000. Now, think about that. 93,000, y'all. Got Ethereum sitting here at $3,178. Ethereum cracked that $3,000 mark and just absolutely took off, doing its thing. BNB back up to $904. BNB's looking to try to get back up to that G level, looking at that grand, see if it can get back up there. Floor is pretty solid for BNB. CZ holds the floor. Floor is pretty solid. So definitely BNB's looking really good right now. But Solana 135.50 right now. I want to review some stuff with you guys when it comes to Solana, because I think people are sleeping on Solana. Solana might be that dog. And you got XRP back above $2, sitting at $2.13. XRP's on a nice run right now, looking really, really good. And we'll see where XRP can go. See if it can get back up to its all-time high, right above $3. See where we can go. Scottish, good morning, my brother. Good morning, Scottish. How are you? I gotta take a drink. My throat gets dry. Been sick. But yeah, so we got Solana sitting here. Solana's gonna be that. I think Solana's gonna be that dog, man. Solana is on its way to do some things, and they're gonna change from a meme coin only blockchain here pretty soon, and it just is what it is, and they've made the upgrades to do it right. Over here in the news, we'll get into the news. We got BlackRock over here. BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF raises biggest inflow in 3 months. As we just looked at it. So BlackRock's definitely their ETFs are basically running the show over there when it comes to Bitcoin, and people are socking their money away. January, guys. January, a lot of people have taken their losses on their taxes. Now they're starting to put that money back to work, right? In January, after last year, a lot of people took some L's. I did the same thing. I took some L's. We're gonna write it off on our taxes, and we'll deploy that capital again. But we will deploy that capital again. But when it comes to time for taxes, you got to take some L's, right? The tax man wants their money, so you got to be able to say, no, hold on, man, you can't take it all. You can't take it all because I took some L's, and I'm not just gonna hold on to the L. I'm gonna take the L, write it off on my taxes, deploy the capital. And that's what happened. And that's what's going on in January right now. COQ is on the rise. A lot of things are on the rise, man. But we gotta look at this, man. AI right now is the play in crypto. Everybody's playing AI right now. Big money flowing into AI right now. Huge. We'll take a look at Render. We'll take a look at FET. We'll take a look at BitTensor Tau. They're absolutely killing it right now. And it's just AIs that play. So way back in September, Solana came out with the announcement of the upgrade of their blockchain. Right, they're going to go from proof of history to a different type of settlement. They're going to really take down what it took to be a validator and make it a lot cheaper for people to be validators over there on the Solana chain. But most importantly, the speed has increased to the same speed as Visa and MasterCard settlement system as well. So they increased their speed to match that speed, and they definitely went from proof of history, which crashed their blockchain a couple times. If Solana was on proof of history for its validation, and when that happens, the clock got thrown off, it crashed their blockchain a couple times. They went to more of a really different type of settlement system. It really increased their speed, and their consensus, their DAO consensus is now offline, which allows for less congestion on a Solana chain, which makes it even that much faster. But the most important piece when we look at Solana is they've increased their speed to match the speed of a credit card payment, right? Which is absolutely huge when it comes to really rolling this thing out in a real world, right? Real world utility, real world assets. You have to be able to match the speed of what's out there already, right? And Solana is doing that, which is why you see so much money rolling into Solana, which is why you see MasterCard hooking up with Solana, which is why you see so many real world tokenized assets starting to move over to Solana, which is why you start to see all of these things start to move over to Solana as a blockchain, is because their speed and their settlement process has just increased so fast, right? Ethereum hasn't done that. Yes, they keep increasing their speed, but they haven't made it to the speed of a Solana. Thank you for the heart me over there on TikTok. Yeah, keep on hitting that tapping that like button over there, guys, and keep tapping that screen. Yeah, it's all about bricks. Could be about brick. could be about bricks. Bricks has a lot going on, but when you look at Solana really is setting itself up. It's setting itself up to be the player in some of these real world tokenized assets, some of these payment settlement systems, all that stuff. And it's all about speed, and more speed, right? You can't be standing at the checkout line waiting for Ethereum to settle your payment, right? Just not going to work in retail, just not going to work out there in the real world. And Solana's settling that. Solana is absolutely making that transition. And everybody looks at Solana as a meme coin chain. Oh my God, it's meme coins, it's meme coins, it's meme coins. Yeah, that gave Solana a lot of volume. It pumped Solana's price up to where it is. It did a lot of work for Solana out there on the back end. But here's the thing. Solana on the back end has also been looking to make these upgrades and move more from a meme coin chain to a real world use case chain. And it's doing it. The thing about it is talk talk is cheap, right? And everybody can tell you what they want to do, everybody can tell you what they're going to do, everybody can say to you what they want, but until it's done, it doesn't mean anything. Until it's done, it doesn't mean anything. And Solana is actually getting it done, which is why, I mean, you guys know we talk about the BRICS here a lot, and the BRICS has a lot to do with what's going on. But I think this Venezuela situation may have thrown a little bit of monkey wrench in what the BRICS got going on. But because the BRICS has a lot to do with oil, has a lot to do with that petrodollar. They're trying to get off of that petrodollar, all of that stuff. And I think the United States just basically backed their petrodollar with the biggest oil reserves in the world. So we'll see how the BRICS deal with that. It's going to be tough for them to deal with that, and we'll see how they deal with it. But so that's what I'm saying to you guys. Watch out for Solana and watch out for AVAX. AVAX and Solana have the most AVAX, Solana, and Ethereum. Ethereum with all of their layer 2s have the most real world tokenized assets coming into them right now, money wise. And Solana, Ethereum is actually the number one dog, but Solana is like really catching them really quick when it comes to real world tokenized assets, a real world use case. So definitely pay attention to them and what they have going on. Let's get over here and look at some price action, right? Let's see what's going on. Look at render. Render's up another 1.8% on the hour, but let's look at this thing on a week, right? You look at render on the week is up 61.3%, right? You look at a lot of these AI plays are really driving what's going on. You got FET ASI or whatever they call it now, up 31%, right? You look at where's the other one? You look at BitTensor Tau right now up 17.4%. So the AI plays are really what's driving this thing. But look at Pepe up 65% in a week, right? Up 65%. Pepe's up 64. Well, now 64.8% because I started to talk about it, so it started to go down. It's up 64% in a week, you guys. 64%. So what does that mean? Does that mean that meme coins are back? Does that mean that meme coins are going to boom? No, but what it means is that people are starting to look at these OG meme coins, and they're starting to put a little bit of money back into these OG meme coins. And that means kind of risk on, right? People are starting a little bit to go risk on. You look at Bonk is up 17.5%. Floki's up 39.8%. You know, these OGs, right? The dogs, right? The dogs in the fight. You got Doge up 19%, which Doge being up 19% is huge because of its market cap, right? So you move that big, huge market cap up 19%. You even have SPX 6900, which I'm an absolute fan of and think that it's going to absolutely be one of the top memes here pretty soon. It's up 26.1% right now. And when you just look at where these things have come from, and what this tells you is that some of the people are starting to go risk on again, right? And they're starting to go into some of these OGs and say, you know what, it's time for us to take a position. It's time for us to start getting back into some of these OG meme coins that we left that we left when the market was going down. Aerodrome was absolutely on a run, sitting at 25.3% on the week as well. Aerodrome was busting up in that 60-cent range. It's 58.9 right now. It's busting up in that 60s, almost, up in that 60-cent range just yesterday. And you could have bought this thing at 39 cents just last week, right? So definitely starting to bust up a little bit. Even when you come over here and you look at the daily gains, what you see is look at your AI plays. Look at Virtual up 19.9% on a day. FET up 10% on a day. Render up 18.6% on a day. On the day, and a lot of these other projects are in red for the daily, right? But when you look at your AI plays, they're absolutely killing it. So that should tell you right now that a lot of the money that's being funneled into crypto is being funneled into Bitcoin, obviously, because Bitcoin is the biggest and baddest dog of them all. But some of that transition that's taking place right now, where people are starting to transition out of maybe Bitcoin a little bit and back into some of these altcoins, the play is really AI and some of these OG meme coins right now. That's where everybody's putting their money. You don't got to believe me. Just look at the chart. The chart will tell you everything you need to know. I'm just delivering the information. So yeah, when you look at Pepe's 3.4% on the day as well. So, not bad, but these OG meme coins are definitely starting to get some life again, which is nice to see because they just got absolutely demolished over the past 12 months. Absolutely demolished. So if you were buying down, you're sitting pretty good right now. You're looking really, 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 really solid right now if you were buying down on some of the OGs. And when I say OGs, I mean the ones that launched during the bear market. Look at your bonks, your Pepes, and plays like that. Even Floki sees some life, which is surprising. that Floki's seen that much life. But you know what? There's a big community over there. But look at your. I'm just saying. Look at your AI plays. All of your top AI plays are sitting here in the green, um, which lets you know that's where the money's being funneled, right? Out of Ethereum and Bitcoin into AI. Fed's up another 2.7% this morning. As we move into the hour looks good. Bonk's up another 1.3%. Looks good. Renders up another 1.7%. Looks good. SHIB is up today, 0.7%. So, you know, when we talk about the OGs, we talk about SHIB. I don't know how much life SHIB's got left in it, but you know, we're about to find out. We're about to find out. Pepe's the big dog. Big dog, I think so too. You know, I think Pepe will overtake SHIB as the number 2 meme coin on the blockchain. You know, I've said that the whole bear market. I stand by that. I stand 10 toes down on that. I believe that Pepe will overtake SHIB as being the number 2 meme coin on the blockchain. I stand 10 toes down on that. I do. I take no disrespect from SHIB. SHIB has given us everything it could possibly give us. You know, it dropped 6 zeros at its best. There will be no other project that I can see anywhere that's going to drop 6 zeros and make as many millionaires as SHIB did. But there's a time and a place for everything, and I think SHIB has run its course. Will it always be in the top 5? Probably, but will it sit at number 2? Probably not. Pepe, there's got to be somebody that offsets and takes that over, and I think it's going to be Pepe. You know, but SHIB, no disrespect to SHIB, man. SHIB did what it needed to do, and Dogecoin its market cap's just so big right now. It's going to be hard for anybody in this cycle to come and take that market cap away from Doge. It's just so Doge is monster. Doge's market cap is just monstrous for a meme coin, even though it has ETF and everything else, which is Doge's problem is it's mintable, right? So let's say it goes on a big, huge run. It starts to mint tokens on the way up. As that market comes back down into the bear market, you have all of them tokens in circulating supply now. So it's going to be that much harder for it to pump again, back up to the new levels. So, you know, it's going to be a fundamental problem, but I don't think that there's anybody right now that is going to, there's any meme coin right now that's going to come up there and overtake Doge market cap wise. It's just too big. It's just too big. But so yeah, I mean, even Lit, the one that launched a couple weeks ago, is actually doing pretty well. Sitting at 2.85, sitting at $2.85 right now. Not doing too bad. Definitely not doing too bad at all. So I like where we're headed. I like this market. But I definitely, the AI plays are where it's at right now. Looking over here at some of these liquidation levels that we have to watch out for. We'll go ahead and look at Binance for Bitcoin, since they hold the most liquidations out there right now. On the downside, you got 91,600. Definitely a lot of liquidations down there at 91,600. And on the top side of us, right above us, you have liquidation prices right now sitting at about 93,400. Huge liquidation levels up there. And come over here, we'll look at the chart. I believe I have them charted out already. Unless they've changed, I believe I have them charted out already. Pull up the BTC chart. Yeah, right here's your liquidation levels at the top side right here. As you can see, we're coming up. We're trying to hunt them, right? We're hunting these liquidation levels right here. We're sitting at $92,770 right now. So we're definitely hunting the top side of this liquidation, and the bottom side is right here. I'll blow this up for you guys so you guys can see it. But there's your top side liquidation sitting right there, and we're hunting it. We're hunting it, and there's your bottom side liquidations for the day sitting right there. So looks like we're trying to break to the top side and go after them liquidations a little bit more than we're trying to go after the bottom side, at least this morning, right? And this is the daily chart, right? So we'll see. We'll see what happens. The daily candle starting to break down just a little bit. So we'll see. We'll see if it breaks down and tries to liquidate the bottom side or the top side there. So definitely could be in for, if it tries to go up there and grab these top side liquidations, we definitely could be in for a nice run to the upside for Bitcoin today. But this is all about liquidity, right? This is all about liquidity grabs. And why do we say that? Well, it's simple. Because we're still not up to that $4.5 trillion mark for market cap right now. So we're really, these market makers are really manipulating this this run right now. Just it is what it is, and we got to play the game, right? So really today we have to look and see where this where the market makers are going to take these liquidity grabs. Are they grabbing it from top side or grabbing it from bottom side? And right now it's too early to tell. Right now it's just too early to tell. Let's look at some Ethereum liquidation levels. Let's look and see what Ethereum's got going on for some liquidation levels, because that's a big deal. We never usually really looked at Ethereum's liquidation levels for a little while, because it was irrelevant. Bitcoin was really running the market, and everything was revolving around Bitcoin, right? So, but when you look over here at Ethereum's liquidation levels, but they got a lot of liquidation sitting up here, right? We got $3,133 sitting on top of us right now, and there's $227.2 million sitting there. We got more liquidation sitting at $3,126, and there's about $139.9 million there. And we have right here at $3,106, we're looking at another $656 million of liquidation sitting there to the top side of us, and we're looking at the bottom side of us would be $3,195. We're looking at about 226.3 million there of liquidation sitting out there. When I told you guys that the futures were pumping up a little bit today over the past 24 hours, I wasn't kidding you. When you got $3,199, you're looking at another $276 million there. So there's a lot of liquidations out there, and the market makers will drive these prices, right? So which way are they going to drive them, right? That's the key, right? So when we get over here to the Ethereum chart, I don't have these marked out, the liquidation levels yet this morning. So, but we can look at the chart and see which way it's going on the daily, right? So when you look at where this thing's moving on the daily right now, it's definitely it definitely looks like it's hammering down that daily candle right now. So we may get some liquidations to the bottom side of Ethereum. Is where, at least early on this morning, it looks like it might want to take it a little bit to the downside, but we shall see. We shall see. When the stock market opens and the ETFs start to flow, they may have no choice but to liquidate that to the top side, depending on how much ETF volume comes in to the market as the stock market starts to open up, which people could be going risk on, and we could see a lot of positive inflows into Ethereum. But yeah, definitely looks like they're trying to hammer it down on the hour. Let's look at XRP. Let's see where the liquidation levels are on XRP. See, See where these guys trying to liquidate XRP. To the bottom side of XRP, we're looking at right around $2.06, and we're looking at about 79 million there. And you got a long way down here before you get to your next level, which is roughly $2.05, and you're only looking at about 63 million there. But over here on the top side of us, you got $2.17 sitting at 300 at 33.6 million sitting there. And then you're looking at $2 and just around $2.17. These are about at the same level. So you can say if XRP gets to $2.18, that they'll liquidate all of these guys, sitting at about 26 million. So there's a lot of liquidation level for XRP sitting at $2.17, which definitely could be the move for XRP today. Let's see where XRP's price is. Let's see if it can make it up there. Let's see how far away they are. Damn, my charts are just jumping all over the place, man. They're jumping all over like the stock market, baby. Like the markets are jumping all over the place. My charts are jumping all over. Got XRP sitting right now at $2.12. They could drive this thing up 217, guys. 217, 218 is the level I'd be looking at XRP going up to today. A lot of liquidity sitting up there at no higher than 218. A lot of liquidity sitting up there for these market makers to go snatch. And when we look at 218, is there a support level at 218? Yeah, there's definitely a resistance level at 218 as well. So if they go up there and snatch that, and XRP can't get past that resistance level sitting at 218, that could be the move. That could be the move today for these market makers. So XRP could see a 218 today. Definitely. Definitely. Today or tomorrow. Sometimes it takes a day or two for the market makers to work their way up there. But just know that there's a lot of money sitting up there at 218. So yeah, the market looks good today. Looks solid. We look solid, man. See where we are coming in on this hour, because we keep fluctuating on this hour. Looks green right now. We keep fluctuating on this hour. Hey DG, look at Bonk. Yeah, we talked a lot about Bonk. I'll pull it up right now. Because Bonk, let's see where Bonk can go today. I like Bonk's comeback. Looks good. Get over here to crypto. Yeah. Let's pull the Binance chart. Yeah, Bonk went on an absolute massive run here. Chart though. Yeah, we'll look at this one. Bonk went on a massive run here. Definitely looks good today. But this thing's gonna give some back, right? When you look at Bonk's been in this long downtrend for days, right? So each one of these definitely look like a daily candle. and it broke its way out of this downtrend right here, and definitely started emitting some green candles right here. Moved back up into the EMA. It's good. Excuse me. So you see the red candle starting to form today. It wants to give a little bit back, right? So when we look at this thing for what it is, usually what happens is when these things go on a massive run like this, and you see a candle like this, you usually can take this candle and go down about halfway, right? Go down about halfway, and that's usually where you'll start to see some support, right? Bonk a little bit lower than that. You can see, pull this chart back. You can see some support right there for bonk, right there, right sitting right there. It's getting there, and it already bounced off of it, right? When you look at it, it's testing that support line right there, right? This is live and unfiltered, y'all. So here we go. So it's bouncing right off of that support line right there, right where it is right now at bonk, and I think we make it a bounce to the upside. The EMAs are starting to move to the upside a little bit. You're starting to see some buy signals starting to come down here. The wave is at the bottom, and these things are starting to curl. It looks like it. Bonk is funny, man, because it looks like right now it's overbought, but it's still starting to move a little bit to that upside, man. So I don't think Bonk's done running yet today. I think there's a little bit more life in Bonk for the day. There's a little bit more in Bonk. I think if it can hold right there where it is, if it can hold that support, you may see another another move from Bonk. So like Bonk, like where it is, like how it's running, like the Solana chain, SPX 6900. Where's that sitting at for today? You see it's putting in a red candle a little bit today, but it's got a buy signal sitting right here. So definitely got a buy signal sitting right here. Got a buy signal sitting right here. SPX 6900 back up to 62 cents. This thing was sitting right around 30 cents, right? So if you would have got this thing at about 30 something cents, you would have been almost on you would have been pushing a double up by now, right? You would have been pushing a 2x. So Zenith. Let's see where that's at. That's a newer meme coin, so we might have to go to Dex Tools for that. But we'll see if these guys have put in a. We'll see if these guys have put in. May have to go over here to Dex Tools for that. So. These guys need to get on some exchanges so that they can get better charts. Why is this not? Hold on one second, Elmo. I want to make sure I think it's this one right here. It's this one right here. I like Dex Tools new upgrade though. Kind of looks a lot like looks a lot like deck screener, which I like. So when we look at Zenith, looks good. Let's see. And just as full disclosure, I do own some of this, guys. Market cap sitting right now at 2.4 mil. 2.4 mil. Not too bad. Liquidity looks good. Circulating supply, call it $1 billion. Splitting hairs on that. 831 holders. 24-hour volume at 15.3K. Not too bad. Not too bad. 2.3 mil. Yeah, 2.3 mil. 2.38 mil. Definitely the project looks good. Looks like it's on a nice little run today. We're on the hourly chart. I pulled this to the hourly, so looks like it went on a nice little run today. I'd expect a pullback though, like right here, right to about 2.3, somewhere up in there. Just a little bit of a pullback to offset a little bit of this run up right here. I would expect just a little bit of a pullback, but then another run up. This thing looks good, and like I said, I do own a little bit of this. It's up 32% on 24 hours, so it's at a run. This 32% run, I'd expect this with this 32%. I'd expect it to come down between 14 and 15%, and then run back up. It's got to come down a little bit. It's got to cool off just a little bit before it runs back up. But yeah, I like it. I like it. That's why I put some money in there. We'll see what happens. But yeah, 32% run. At a double up, take your money out, take your initials out. At a 2x, take your initials out, let the rest ride on projects. On projects like this is what you got to do. At a 2x, if you were to get into this project right now, you'd get in at about 2.3 mil. At about 4.6, you would take your initials out, and then you would let the rest ride, because at that point you're just riding it for free, right? Yeah, you're just riding it for free at that point. So that's your goal. Your goal is always to try to ride these things for free, right? So, but yeah, so I do like this one. It has come from, it's built some good support. Had a slow steady ride to the top to where it is right now. That's why I like it, because it was slow and steady. It didn't go on a massive run and then a massive dump. Remember, the bigger the run, the bigger the dump, right? The bigger the green candle to the upside, the bigger the red candle to the downside, right? So you want to see these slow, methodical moves from your cryptos. We come over here to White Monkey. This is one on the BNB chain. We can talk a little bit about lower market caps now, because the market's pumping a little bit, so they actually should be pumping, right? Like, you should be seeing some of the risk on a little bit. So when we look at White Monkey here, waiting for the chart to come up. Come on, man. This thing's slow. Man, just holding. This thing's just chopping. Just chopping sideways. 3.8 million. I don't know. We'll see if this thing can catch some legs here. It's got to catch some legs soon, because the market's pumping right now, and it needs to pump. The market's moving, right? So if you're in projects and they're not moving, pay attention. Pay attention to what's going on. This thing's got to move. Sitting at this market cap right here, 3.8. It's got to go. BNB's moving. This has got to move too. But yeah, I like where Bonk sits right now. I like where Pepe sits right now. And I, obviously we looked at a couple lower market caps. But I'll tell you, the plays right now where the money's flowing right now is your AI plays. Your AI plays over here on the top 100 are just absolutely sending it. Look at Virtuals up 22% in just a day. At FET up 12.3% and Render up 19.4% in a day. Your AI plays are absolutely just sending it right now when it comes to crypto. this is where people are starting to funnel their money. It should tell you something, right? This should tell you something. This should give you some insight into where this transition's happening. People are starting to transition their money, and they're definitely starting to transition their money into AI. You got to, Bitcoin and Ethereum, they're going to pump, they're going to do their thing. XRP is going to do their thing. Solana's going to do their thing. But where are people actually starting to put some of their money in some of these altcoins, right? And it definitely is in a bigger AI plays, and you can see it. You can see it on a chart. Like I said, you guys don't got to believe me. Just pull the chart up. You got go to the daily. You got virtuals, FET, and render all sitting right there with some of the biggest gainers of the day. So don't it is what it is. There's a virtual launch coming, and in 4 days. All right, I'll look at it. I'll look at it. I'll look at it. I actually I've been a little under the weather, so I haven't really been chilling. Been just chilling. Yeah, but we'll look at it. If it looks good, we'll talk about it on Wednesday. We'll talk about it. Richard Hart, love Richard Hart, man. I don't think. Here's the thing: is I'm not a hex pulse chain maxi by any stretch of the imagination. By any stretch of the imagination, do I think that? Let me just say this for clarity, so that nobody gets this wrong. I don't believe that hex and pulse chain are going to change crypto, right? So let's just be clear on that, right? But I do believe that they're going to pump. I don't believe that Richard Hart is going to sit back and allow this market to pump without hex and pulse chain having some. They're not going to sit on a sideline and just let this thing pump. I think Richard Hart's ego is just way too big for that, which is a good thing for investors, because I think at some point he's going to start infusing some money into that system, which he has money to infuse into that system. So just off from the sacrifices and things like that he has sitting in that wallet, I think that he will. And I don't think he's going to sit this thing out. Do I think that he's going to rock the world? He's going to change the way crypto is and the way people trade. Do I think that Pulse Chain is going to be the biggest blockchain out there? Absolutely not. But do I think that they're going to make a splash? Yeah, I think they're going to make a splash. I think people that have been buying the bottom are gonna make some money. But I don't for 1 second believe that Pulse Chain is going to change the way that crypto is done. Nor do I think that Richard Hart is going to be able to sit at the table with some of the biggest politicians and get Pulse Chain into any sort of type of government or even, I don't know, just any type of. The United States isn't going to write off on Pulse Chain. That is basically what I'm saying. And they don't have any volume over there. But I do think that he's going to roll with it. I think he's going to put some money in there. So, but all right, guys, with that, we're up out of here. You guys got your liquidation levels for the day. When it comes to Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, you guys got your liquidation levels. You know where the market is. I've given you guys a way to make money off of the situation that happened in Venezuela. I gave you guys some stocks that you guys could look at and make some money and possibly make some money off of them and capitalize on the situation that's in front of your face. Whether you agree, whether you don't agree, is either here or there. We looked at the cryptocurrency market. We looked at the sectors that are pumping right now, which are the AI sectors that are really moving right now. Gave you a couple low market cap tokens that we looked at that are possibles for you to kind of look at and get a feel for. If they fit your portfolio, put them in there. If they don't, then don't. But yeah, definitely market looks pretty damn solid. Market's pumping. We'll take it. We'll take it right now. And everything looks good right now in the stock market and the cryptocurrency market. So enjoy the ride, right? We've enjoyed so many downs and so many red days. Enjoy the ride, enjoy the pump, enjoy the green days, right? Enjoy the green days, right? Look at, make some money. At the end of the day, that's what it's about. We can't control politics. We can't control what these guys do. We can't control anything that happens on a world stage. But what we can do is we can control how we capitalize off of the situations. And definitely pay attention to what's going on around you. You got to know what's going on around you in order to make some money. So with that, guys, we're up out of here. We'll see you guys on Wednesday. Appreciate you guys. And my suggestions to you guys is to watch out for Solana, because Solana could be that dog. If it can roll out payments as fast as MasterCard and Visa, Solana could be that dog. All right, y'all, we out of here. Peace.